And just as Te Ahoma just mentioned, like in Auckland, they have their own iwi there in Auckland. And also because everybody goes there, this is the biggest city, so people will bring their own tradition and own language to Auckland. I think it's important to clarify the concept of iwi first, and could you explain that for us?
Yeah, so the word iwi actually means ko iwi or poro iwi, ko iwi, which means bones. Which means DNA of the land, right? So bones of the land, DNA. So in Māori philosophy and thinking, land, people, the same, right? It's connected. Everything's interconnected. So yeah, iwi. The concept of iwi. So it's the word we use for tribe. So you'll hear the common translation for iwi is tribe, but the meaning of iwi actually means DNA, like your ancestral bones and DNA from the land. But there's a few other words that have to go with that too. So you have iwi, then you have hapū. So hapū is, they say sub-tribe or clan families, which is like the smaller tribes within iwi. So hapū. Hapū is also a word for when mum is pregnant. Right? Hapū means to swell. So like swell as in like reach out, like connect to make bigger. Right? Hapū. And then, so iwi, the first one, tribe, DNA, hapū, sub-tribe or clan or family, and then you got whānau, which is like small families, right? Whānau is also the word, the meaning for when mother has a baby. So when mother has a baby, that's called whānau, right? Ka whānau mai, right? So ka hapū. So when two iwi come together, two DNAs come together, or two ancestral connections come together, they create a hapū, right? And then out from that hapū, ka whānau mai, right? Yeah, ka whānau mai he pepe. So yeah, it's all Māori philosophy. Goes back to naturalism, environment, and everything can be traced back to the beginning of life. Right? So yeah. That's funny, just as I was talking about iwi, hapū, whānau, and ka whānau mai, pepe, the baby comes in. Yeah, so that's the concept behind iwi, hapū, and whānau. And then like many indigenous tribes and people, it's the indigenous that have that connection to the land or where they are, right? With the mountain people, ocean people, each tribe, village has a unique connection to where they are at that place, and you can see it in their traits and their characteristics. Mountain people to ocean people, and then ocean people, east coast, west coast very strong, east coast very relaxed, very chill. Yeah. Mountain people very
same mountain people here.
Ocean people really open, go with the flowy.
Yes.
But the same in Taiwan somehow.
Yeah. Mountain Taiwan very, solid and conservative. Yeah. But ocean Taiwan, they are more open. That's how I feel. Yeah.
And then you also have, so with iwi, so coming to say these environment side, so like the natures, the holistic, the connection to the land, but then you got the people side. You also have ahi ka, so or hau kāinga or ahi ka, home people, like village people that live in the village, who raised up in the village. ahi ka, so ahi fire, ka to light, to ignite. Ahi kāroa, so people who keep the home fires burning. And you got ahi tere, which like means fast fire, that's reference to city people. Yeah, so us city people, ahi tere. It says that like fast fire because you can come home, spark a fire, and then go back. You know, you can go and spark fires within people, within villages. But as home people, it's a different responsibility when you're at home, because you gotta be there every day. You have to look after the front, look after the back, have to host people, have to look after the people, have to look after the land. There's a weight responsibility when you're home people. But when you're us, we can go home, come back, go home, come back, until you choose to stay there forever. Me, was the cuddle there, that. Yeah, but yeah, kind of that's what iwi is. Yeah, tribe, but
yeah. That completes the same.
Yeah.
In words, right?
Yeah.
Well, I just have another question. I don't know if it's really related. Because when you talk about fire, but we talk about smoke. Smoke, when we do like a smoke, that's like the connection between us and the ancestor.
Yeah.
And that's also the message to tell people, something, ceremony starts. So everybody like get together in front of the chief's house. Yeah. That's just like similar.
Yeah. So, ahi ka, home fire. But, so kāinga is the word for home. Kāinga. But it also means like ka to ignite, and like same smoke is very significant from a tika, we call it tikanga kawa ceremony. You see now with the revitalization of the Matariki ceremonies, Pleiades, the constellation Sabaru, the 7 stars, or 7, 9 to some. You see the ceremony with the fire and smoke. Hangi, the food that gets put into the ground, the smoke plays a very important part. Yeah. If the smoke comes out, we know it's raw. You gotta keep cooking.
Yes. Yeah.
You gotta cover up. So smoke plays it's a really strong symbol for ceremony, for home. Yeah, for us that's a sign of home. It's like you're going over like the mountain, and then you see the smoke rising. You know, hey, my people are still alive, still there, still living.
Good.
Yeah, lovely.
我觉得这边很好。
I'm still thinking how good we go.
We are too like focused on what you say.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Well, I think coming back to that, so I might have talked about it in terms of learning the language again, and a lot of Māori who didn't grow up with the language wanting to learn the Māori language, and non-Māori too learn the Māori language. For us tribal people, going back to our own tribes to learn our iwi language, or it's not so the language is the same as dialect. Yeah.
Sometimes different words.
Different words,
and expression.
Expression, but it's very subtle. It's like one letter. You can still understand, but a lot of it is based on the most dominant feature in your environment. So, like I said, mountain people, you'll speak and act in a certain way. Ocean people, you'll act in ways that are consistent with the ocean. So that is, for us, I can see the next 20 years. And I might have already said it, is going back to iwi and then hapū. Because it's in the hapū where everyone breaks into their different roles and responsibilities. Because what's happening now back home is a lot of people are going back to the iwi, but now the home people receiving the iwi, they're like, okay, everyone's here now, but what do we do? So now we have to start rebuilding the skills, hunting, gathering food, learning how to weave, learning the arts, learning martial arts. So we got a lot of people now engaging and going back, not just the village, they're going to university, So you got a lot of engagement. So we're building capacity, but now we have to build capability. We got to build the skills. We got to build and strengthen all the role. And it's in there, I think, we will find our roles and responsibility, because that's where we're at the moment. And like for me, I've done a little bit of everything, right? But it might get to a stage where I have to choose. We'll see. I don't want to be just this way, but it's important in the village setting to everyone understand what their roles are. Yeah, at the moment we just have a lot of people coming home, but we don't know what to do. Yeah,
I agree.
Wondering.
Yeah.
We're starting to run. I see it. So we call it whānau. It's like traditional seminar or traditional ceremony where you sit with all the chiefs, the rangatira, tohunga, the shaman, and you they help you find your gifts. Right? What's your contribution back? So you're seeing a lot of that. Maybe it's in the last few years.
Yeah.
Especially this year, it's really starting to blow up. Kura reo, so yeah. There's lots. But so it's starting to build the skills now within the tribe, so that they can keep growing. Yeah. And one more thing is, with our generation above us, so our elders and chiefs, a lot of that time it was just one person, because it was different. But now there's such a high demand that it's required. You need a group, a team, because otherwise it's too much weight, too much responsibility for one person, and it's quite detrimental to the health of
the individual.
And I get concerned for some of our generation, because they have the skills, they have the talent, and they don't know how to say no. I'm one of them. Yeah, we don't know how to say no. Yeah, and maybe because we don't know how to say no. We won't say no to our elders. You know, if our elders say you do, but I'm just a bit concerned that we need to look after. We need to learn how to look after ourselves, to look after our families. So capability is good because it helps.
Share the load.
Right? And within that too, because everyone resonates with different things. You know, arts, martial arts, and everyone has different gifts. So that's where we're at now for Māori, Indigenous people back in Aotearoa, New Zealand. From my observations, from what I've been able to observe and see.
I just think we're doing like a very similar things in Taiwan. I'll just use my community as a example I can share. Is that you can see in Taiwan that more and like use actions. But back in my community, unfortunately or fortunately, I'm a chief. But imagine, but in my generation, because most of the people like my age will actually left community really early age, like studying city, and when I come back, youth action that's helping me and other like urban indigenous like Balalim, like Luz, and now they become my team, and then we are like Luz can really speak English, like communicates internationally, so he can bring lots of like international experiences, like issues, and we can share with the young people. But Lalim, same, like he's doing like urban development stuff. It's like all the youth action, we call it Jiviskana Youth Action Team 1. That's like Team 1. Now we are Team 3 maybe. We are actually doing different things now, and then helping out more young people in my community. So I'm the one who's gonna get I think I'm like Kelly, like your mom, to find fundings, to find projects, to find people we can work with, and I will share the work with Luz, Balalim, and other older young people, and then they can do things separately with even younger generation. Yeah, I think that's really important to form a bigger group. And I talk to the elders, maybe just because of my role. So I talk to the elders back in the community and listen what's their suggestions, and then I can like turn it into different projects and then doing it. Yeah, I will share a little bit more after the sharing this evening. Yeah, from Jewish Garden Youth, and then we're doing proper one for Malivuk. That's like a 5-year festival. That's all based on my age group. We do it together. Yeah. So I can be aware, but also very important. Yeah.
I think it's really important for like Indigenous youth to understand that despite you were raised up in a city, you still have lots of things to do when you go back to the village. Because like when I go to another tribe once, and the youth just shared that when she actually go back to the tribe, she was worried because she wasn't have this kind of deep connection with the culture and the people, but she actually have something to do. She learned to know how to write some plans and to receive resources from the government to help their people to hold up lots of things, and I think it's really important. For example, like for me, I'm not an active person, so probably like when I go back to my tribe, those kind of like going into the mountain to collect natural resources, not my thing. But when it comes to like we do some handcrafts with bamboo, or something like sewing, I can do that well, and we can definitely find a place for us in the village, despite the fact that we were like growing up in the city.
Yeah, I think we come like a bridge, for the younger generation. Yeah, help them to find their own belongings, and then they stay. They stay longer. In the community.
I see this what our role. Big role. But
it's alright, we support each other.
It comes back to the
big work.
Pathways. And this is when I'm thinking, I don't like to use the word Indigenous because I don't feel that it captures the essence of what it really means. But like when I'm thinking, how can I be more Māori? Like if I think about my mum and dad, their contribution back to their people was performing, singing, dancing. So often I think, what's my... Because I can't do what they've done because they've already done it. So if I'm thinking about tomorrow, I have to think, what can I do different that's going to create another pathway? And not make it... make it easier, but it's more so what's my contribution, what's my give back to my people, my family. But it's in the world we live today, you have to kind of like have a vision or see how can I create another better world or stronger world. So I always think, what can I do different to what's already been done, to be more Māori and give back.
You'd like to share, Roa?
Is your art? Have you engaged with the younger generation? Have you faced any challenges? Because I do. When I talk to the younger generation, like the one you saw in Amisu Music Festival, they are like maybe 20 years younger than me, but I'm still do things with them, but through my cousins. So my cousins are elder, a little bit older than them, so I kind of like tell my cousins, oh, you can do that, but because I can see the gap, 20 years gap. So any challenges or any?
Do you have any challenges?
Any challenges? I would say I will find like a cool person, because my work now, because I know lots of artists, so I'll invite people like Lua.
Yeah.
And they will feel like, wow, yes, we go into a art class, and then they will join the activities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need a minute.
Yeah. Well, it's just kind of thinking. What I see with our young people, so for youth, we say rangatahi. Ranga means to weave. Tahi is like one strand. And our word for chief is rangatira. So ranga, weave, tira is a group. So a chief, rangatira, isa means chief, but it means a person who can weave together people. Someone who can weave people together. Someone who can weave projects together. Like I mean, yeah. Someone who can weave people's voices and thoughts weave it together. That's a rangatira. So rangatahi youth, it's like the first strand, and as you go about your life, you collect different materials that you can bring into your your life to weave something. Yeah. So that's a word for that. Coming back to rangatahi youth, I think we have very similar. What's this generation called? Gen Z or
Gen Z? See, they were too old, so that's why we can double check. Gen Z?
Yeah, I think we have, like for us, for youth anyways, rangatahi, they won't engage in anything they don't want to do. Right? Sometimes I think, it's good for you, but they won't, So there needs to be a stronger, and I go back to why. There needs to be a stronger connection and why for our rangatahi, so that they will engage. And it's not about forcing them to, it's about, and I go back to everyone has different gifts. So whoever the rangatira is, the chief is, they got an important role because they have to kind of read the young people and kind of figure out what their gifts are, so they can, without pushing them, but kind of going, it's very interesting. Very interesting. So I think one of the things that are going on back home is there's a lot of interest, and I go back, a lot of interest in people wanting to learn more about their own tribe. So we're creating more wānanga, more traditional seminars that's specific to those tribes. So they want to learn more about their actual weaving patterns, or their style when it comes to martial arts, their style, their ancestral song. Why do they sing it like that? And that's, I don't want to say buy-in, but that's the thing that we're starting to see of what's bringing the young people back, is they want to learn something that's unique to their own identity, not just learn anyone else's identity. Yeah, so it's hard. Some of our old ones, they're still very strong, but we have to change the approach to weave. Right? We got to weave them in, not force them. Yeah. So, and it goes back to learning who your people are, but more so what makes your tribe Druskata, or what makes you Paiwan, or what makes you Amis. That's the shift that we're going through at the moment.
I when I back to the community, I spend the two main groups I spend time most as a young people and the elders. I will go to see the older people and then have a drink and a chat, and after that from 11 p.m. I will stay with the young people. I just stay with them and then actually listen to even join their like conversation, and I'll find now what they actually interested in, and then I will like remember it and then try to do like a project, and then not force, but they might be interested, and then what kind of people they actually talk about a lot, and then if I know them, I would secretly invite them, not for course, just come to community, join like a masalu, and I was like, hey, come, swimming is in my house. Swimming, thanks him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone will come, and then join like a house, say the little event in my house, and they will know swimming, and it's through swimming's mouth is more powerful than through my mouth to do things. Yeah.
I think the same, like, because I look after youth groups. I got a traditional martial arts group. Sometimes they just follow me. And often I think I don't need to do it. I just need to show them someone who can do it, like swimming. Right? So we have people like that back home too, and but my youth, they're really the same. But they will, they'll follow our chiefs and our leaders. But kind of we got to be strategic. We got to think smart of this.
I think it's funny you touched on like learning what makes rangatahi or the youth click, and it actually reminds me of my father, who's now passed, and he worked with a lot of rangatahi or youth as a youth worker, and the best way that he found for them to connect with him was, one, learn how they speak, the lingo that they talk, two, how they dress, and three, their interests. So he'd dress in a certain way that's familiar to them. So say if it's like streetwear, that's him. If a lot of the boys that he worked,
I followed you.
like type thing, and learning, being down with them, as if we say in our way, be down with them. Is learn how they speak, but still guiding them in a different way, but guiding them in the way that like they find interesting.
Yes, I even watched the same TV show they used watch, and then when I talk about it, they were like, wow, you know this? I was like, of course.
And and in that they connect with you,
Yes,
and that's it.
To build more conversation between me and the young people.
And I think in that they find, if you want to say trust, but they're more inclined to like, now I'm gonna listen to you because you're like one and the same. They feel like we're from the same place, or from the same kind of background or settings.
I think it's important to, I think in that, the importance of relationships, building relationship, maintaining maintaining the relationship, and having humility or being humble enough to come back down to, that's what I think about what I've found is they keep me grounded. Sometimes they drive me nuts. They drive me crazy. But that also keeps me humble. It keeps me grounded. It keeps me plugged into them. It keeps it light and funny. But they play a very important role. Shout out and love to all my youth back home.
Shout out to all the rangatahi back home. I mean, back to your question, Dave, if there's any challenges that we find with our rangatahi is some of them, not all, but some taint their own gifts. They hide their own gifts, and I'd say my biggest wish is to help them bring those gifts out. Like, because we had all our aunties, uncles, mum and dads do that for us. Feed us the right things to help draw our gifts out of us. So I think that's probably low-key the kurahuna and why we do certain things, or what we do is to just want our rangatahi to shine bright. There
will always be challenges, like, and I think I don't think this applies to youth now, but maybe there's always an element where it's taken for granted. There's always just a little bit, especially if it's normalized, natural. Like we were just speaking earlier, we didn't realize how lucky and fortunate we were back home until right now, just talking about it and what you're going through. So there's always an element of a little bit of a little bit taken up for granted, but just finding that appreciation for it. But I think there's this. We were just talking about it earlier.
Yeah, kind of like you don't know what you got until it's gone.
Yeah,
You know, or you take things for granted, and then when it's gone from you, you're like, man, that was really my opportunity or my shot at something.
yeah. We got a saying is "Ma te teina e rana ki I te tuatara tuakana," and what that means is it takes one generation to lose something. It takes 3 generations to get it back. It takes 6 generations to take it to the next level up. So we're 3rd generation. I can only imagine. Well, 6.
Yeah.
We're going to the 4th, 5th generation now. So they're really taking it to spaces and places that I haven't seen in my lifetime. My parents and grandparents haven't seen in a lifetime. So it's I'm really excited. All these challenges, there's always going to be challenges, but this, I think, what I remember as Indigenous people of Māori, the very fact that we still here and live today, our existence, that's resilience. And I know as Indigenous people, we're really good at fighting, but the thing is, when you fight too much, it's like if you fight too much, you go without. Like everyone loses. So there's fighting, but we also have to plant seeds.
Yes.
We also have to. We also have to think like well-being and holistic and grow from a strength-based approach. Grow. Yeah. Fighting. Us living today. That's a sign that we've fought and we're still fighting. But yeah, I often think, because that's my background. I'm a fighter, but I don't need to say I'm a fighter. Like the battlefield's different now. The battlefield's is like up here, and the landscape is a different battlefield. So, but it's also important to know that we have to plant just as much seeds and nurture and grow just as much as we fight. Yeah. Well, I'll do the fighting. I'll do the fighting, but need to create more space to grow. It's important. It's important to grow, because growing up, that's all we saw was our elders and that just fighting to keep it. But we will have to remember too, it's important to grow as well, because I've seen the impact it has on our elders, on our parents. So it's important. It's important.
I love this ending.
Any more?
I think it's.
Do you want to talk about policy? Do you have time? Quick?
No, but I think this is something I can use as data because it's somehow sum up everything we talked from early education, from family and to universities, and like going out and coming back. And after all of us have to find out our own place in this culture, and to cultivate this culture and pass it down to the future generation. So I'll call it a day. Okay.
Kia ora. Mihiana.
Kia ora.
Thank you.
Mihiana kia koutou.
Masalu.
Sorry, you need to do the closing? No? Oh, thank you.
Okay, I will do this.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So it's really an honor here today have Te Ahomai and Ruate Pupuke here, and we actually have a nice chat. I personally appreciate that so much because, like in Taiwan, despite we have the fact that we have lots of time to talk about Indigenous issues, but I personally started to have a chance to talk with Indigenous people from other nation and other cultural background and other kind of colonial history, and it's really nice to build out this connection and to have a deeper thinking about how we can do in the future for our culture and our people. So this is this episode. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia te.